to the examiners and my fellow friends. Today, the topic that given to me is the most important factor to consider when applying for a job. My point is the salary offer. My first point is because firstly, salary is a very essential for the workers. It is because they had to pay utility bill, house, cars, and many more, especially in this era, which is quite challenging, especially who live in a big city. My last point is they should consider about the salary offer because if their working scope is not suitable as the salary that they have been offered, it can lead the worker to become overworked, to be overworked and become underpaid. As a conclusion, the most important factor to consider when applying for a job is the salary offer because the salary is a very essential and if the salary offer is not suitable as the working scope, it can lead the worker to become overworked and underpaid. That's all from me. Thank you.
Good morning to the examiners and my fellow friends. Today, the topic given to me is the most important factor to consider when applying for a job. My point is the location of the company. Firstly, the location must not far from home because it is easy to go work and can come on time. Secondly, it must have public transport accommodation. It is because some of the workers may not have their own transport to go work, so they can use public transport to go work easily. Lastly, it must have accommodation like hostel. It is because the workers did not have to go back home every day like before, and also it's safe. As a conclusion, the most important factor to consider when applying for a job is the location of the company. It is because not far from home, have public transport and also hostel. That's all from me. Thank you.
Next, the most important factor to consider when applying for a job is the skill required for a job. I choose the skill required for a job because in the order to compete with the workers in the area, so we don't miss out our work. Besides that, we can simplify to abuse the work while at work as abuse with our own skills. Not only that, in order to assure the boss with the work that we can work with existing skills, so boss not worry because if we cannot do the work at the factor.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening to my examiners and my fellow friends. The topic given to me is the most important factor to consider when applying for a job. Today I will discuss about the most important factor to consider when applying for a job. In my opinion, the most important factor are the reputation of the company. Why reputation of the company is important? Because it affects everything from the number of followers on social media to your overall business revenue. Reputation of the company for get more business opportunities. This These include many job opportunities in various fields. Besides, reputation of the company important to looking for a better selection of prospective employers. This is because the good selection of worker can produce a good result and brand. However, to get the highest company value, this will attract people to work in the company and attract other companies to compare and develop good company relationship. Of course, it makes companies also easier to. Okay, and lastly, the important factor to consider when applying for a job is lower marketing costs. When lower marketing costs are in place, then more produce can be marketed and the product more accessible to the public. It turned out the most important factor to consider when applying for a job is more business opportunities, a better selection of prospective employers, highest company value, and lower marketing costs. Thank you.